Hello guys, Phoebe here again, and I'm just going to be showing you the lazy warrior because I am super lazy and, well, yeah, just because I can. So, I've got this macro, I called it dev because, again, I'm super lazy, and it's going to kind of do everything, but also kind of not. So what I mean by that is, this macro, devastate. It's going to cast devastate. It's going to prioritize shield block, it's going to do them first, so if you've ever got 60 rage, shield block is going to come up. Now you can take this out if you are fighting, say, a boss that is just going to do magic damage, in which case you can just take shield block out and put shield barrier in. But yeah, if there's not enough rage for shield block, it's going to try and cast shield barrier, which will usually very much be up. It's going to cast spell reflect on cooldown, it's going to cast bloodbath on cooldown, and then last of all it's going to try and cast heroic strike. So let's kind of have a look at it in practice, because the theory is it will say, right, I'm casting devastate, can I cast shield block, yes or no? Can I cast shield barrier, yes or no? Can I cast spell reflect? Well, yeah, because it's on cooldown, if it's off cooldown. Bloodbath off cooldown, and then can I cast heroic strike? Do I have enough rage? And yeah, so the idea is that it kind of just automates the thought process. It's not going to be as good as whether you do it manually, not even close. But if you're just going in and doing some heroics with friends and you're not taking it seriously, it's probably going to be good enough to just wander through and, you know, whatever really. I wouldn't recommend using this at the beginning of the expansion, but as progression comes in and armor comes in and we get better gear, it's gonna, you know, you're not gonna have to worry about it too much. I have actually used this macro in a couple of dungeons already with full groups of people with blues, and it does work. We managed to do it. I didn't die at all, which is more than I can say for other tanks that I've been in groups with. Didn't die at all. The healer said I was fine to heal, and yeah, so it's not completely useless, and I'm just going to quickly show you how it works. So the first thing I did was I took unyielding strikes, reduces the rage cost of my heroic strike for up to 100%. It can give you 5 seconds of, or 6 seconds rather, of free heroic strikes, and that's pretty much it. I took bloodbath because it's off global cooldown, but you can change it out for bladestorm if you want. And that was it really. So let's try it out in practice, shall we? So what you got is you will use your Revenger Shield Slam off cooldown like normal, and then you just spam Devastate. And that's it. It will kind of look at everything, because my shield barrier came up that time. You can see these little things here. Shield Slam, Devastate, shield barriers come up. It's using my heroic strike at the moment, because my unyielding strikes is on 5 stacks, meaning my heroic strikes is free, so it's just using it. Shield barriers come up, the heroic strike wasn't used, so it is prioritizing correctly. And yeah, I constantly have a shield barrier, but the problem with this is going to be those shield barriers are going to be potentially quite a bit smaller than they could be. So that's kind of like, that's where it's going to be not as good as obviously if you're making the choice yourself. So yeah, I mean, it takes a fairly complicated rotation and it turns it into something very, very simple, which is good, and it's also very bad. It's not good for the class, but you know, at the same time, you're not going to be playing very well. You're not going to be doing the best of your ability, so I don't particularly see a problem with it. And if you want to use it, you go ahead. If you don't, and you want to be a good tank, then that's even better. All the power to you. And when you get enough rage, I do want to show you that it will use shield block. Let me see. So I've got 67 rage, and it does use shield block, so it is also prioritizing correctly. So there you are, guys. That is the lazy warrior for you. Also, undead females have the best animations. Just saying, every devastate I do a front flip. Like, how freaking cool is that? It's just too fucking OP. Anyway, yeah, I shall see you next time, guys. Take care.